stay in business and thrive in business. In the next month or two, we're going to get back to work, right? The next month or two, with all this self-isolation, wherever you are in the curve of the cycle of the coronavirus, we are going to get back to work. The Western world cannot stay dormant for 6 months, a year. It's just not going to happen, right? We are going to want to get back to work. Governments are providing amazing stimulus packages right now to put cash in the economy. The Federal Reserve is printing money. Our mints are printing money in cash to put back in the economy. Creative financing, interest-free loans, reducing debt by 6 months, not paying your mortgage, tacking it on to the end to give you relief. Tens of thousands of dollars are being pumped back in to businesses with opportunities right now. So there is opportunity for creative financing. This morning I was on a call at 2 o'clock in the morning talking to a venture capital company that has $3 billion worth of funding to invest in ideas. They have got a checkbook of $3 billion that they want to spend on innovation and ideas to solve some of the problems and the challenges that are going in the marketplace. They're looking for businesses that are looking to grow and expand in this market, and they want to write the checks. It's almost like they're chomping at the bit, but they're also mindful that they want to be they want to be focused on making sure they maximize the revenue opportunities out of the investments that they're making in the market. But let me tell you, they're pretty loose with what they're lending, right? They're pretty loose with what they're lending in the market. So lots of interesting opportunities. So there's a third group of businesses right now, and I'm talking to a lot of these businesses, and our Champions Mastermind group are in this category at the moment, is that we are letting people know that we are in business to help them right now with the current situation, and letting them know that they need to stay in business. And one of the things they need to be preparing for is when we get back to work. So right now, in this 3-month gap, your conversation and your communication is, what are you doing to let, one, your existing customers know that you're still in business? And what are you doing to incentivize them when they come back to work that they can be spending money with you right now? What landing pages, offers, campaigns are you creating right now? What advertising are you running to let people know that you are still in business? Because if you're letting people know that you're in business, that means they can come and buy you. I was talking to a business owner in the UK yesterday in the Midlands in Birmingham, and he's sitting at home. He's actually running a branding agency. He's one of our champions, and he's still getting clients. In fact, he hasn't lost a single client in this time, purely because he's been communicating directly with his client opportunities. And one of the things he says, look, I'm sitting at home, I've got, with the wife and the kids, and we're kind of self-isolating, but I'm looking around, and one of the things on my list is that we kind of needed to clean up the place and get rid of a lot of rubbish. So I ran a mini skip company, and this person lives in Birmingham, in the Midlands in the UK. I ran a mini skip company, and I asked him, how's business going? Like, how are you going through all this rubbish? And he says, mate, the phones are ringing off the hook because everybody like you wants to clean their shit out of the house while they've got time and they're cleaning up. And he says, I'm getting like 20, 30 phone calls every other hour, people asking to rent these bins. Now, in a corona environment where you are self-isolating, they don't have to interact physically with a customer. They come along, drop the bin on your front lawn, you go and dump your rubbish in, let them know when they come pick it up, they pick it up and they go away. No personal interaction, right? Just, this is how much it's going to cost. Now, he ran out of bins. He's now calling and he says, well, the reason I'm busy is because all my competitors decided to shut their doors, right? The reason I'm busy out there delivering this service to the market is my competitors have shut their doors. And what I'm doing is I'm calling my competitors and I'm buying and renting their bins off them so I can re-rent them to all these people that are ringing me right now saying we need bins. In fact, I've actually gone and hired another truck from one of my competitors, and I've gone and hired a person who was working for a competitor to come and help me with distribution to get this out of the market. Business is booming. More business in the last 3 weeks than I have in the last 6 months, right? Who would have thought the mini skip business is coming back, right? But here's the interesting thing as a reminder to that story, right? The interesting thing is that he's sitting there saying, my competition has stopped and they're out of business. I'm in business. I'm letting people know. I'm advertising, I'm promoting, I'm letting people know that I'm there, and I'm the one getting all the phone calls. So there is a message in that you can bring to your prospective customer. You can even use that example as a story. I can tell you there's a gym owner right now, or many gyms are renting their gym equipment to their customers to keep cash flow going whilst they're having to self-isolate. Not only are we buying gym equipment, but we're renting gym equipment for this period of time. So gyms are getting income from renting their equipment and delivering that to their customers. Gyms are getting income by renting. I heard that there is an Orange gym in the US that actually, as part of your membership, they delivered the rowing machines and the cycling machines to a home, and they're hooking up interactively, and they are still running all their classes live and virtual all day, and they are actually getting more members. They actually can't cope with the amount of members that are coming in and signing up for their daily classes and wanting them to send their equipment to in their homes so they can keep up with the exercise. So there are businesses that are being creative and innovating and letting people know. So the idea or the message that I would be looking at right now and where the opportunity is my question is, what are your plans to let people know that you're in business right now? What are your plans right now to make sure that you are ahead of the curve, putting the infrastructure in place and running your marketing and opening the doors to people doing business with you, and perhaps doing business with you in a different way, if that's virtually, in how you engage? What are you doing? Because right now we have a plan to make sure that when we get back to work, not only we can generate and acquire customers now, but we can generate new customers that are going to be left with the bridging gap looking for you because your doors are open. That is the message that I would be putting out. That is the conversation that I would be sharing or asking people about. What's your plans? We've got plans right now where we're helping people right now who want to start to make sure that they're open and make sure that they're opening their doors for the market and to meet the market where they are coming back into the workforce. And you have a 2 to 3 month window with this message right now. You got anybody that's taking advantages. Remember, the consulting champions are generating clients. That's the message that they're pumping out there. Right now, you need to show people that you're in business. Right now, you need to show people you're still able to offer your services to the market. Right now, you need to get creative the way with your messaging and the way you offer your service to the market. Those are the things you need to be doing right now in the marketplace, right? So the conversation is not let me bring you a bunch of leads. The conversation is, hey, we need to make sure that your market is aware that you're open, that you can handle business and you're ready to handle that business when they come back in. What strategies are you putting in your place right now that is doing that? What's happening on your landing pages? What's happening on your offers? What advertising and promotion are you running to make sure you maximize the opportunity? Because let me tell you right now, in your market, there are people that have shut their doors and they don't know if they're coming back. So are you going to be back? And you need to let people know now that you're back. So we need to put plans, strategies, tactics right now that support that idea. To me, that is the most compelling message and the most compelling offer that you can put into the market right now. Andrew, thank you for being here. Brandon, thank you for being here. I don't know who CCJB is, but welcome, CCJB. Jeff Lewis, good to see you here. Kristen, nice to have you back. Peter, good to see you, mate. Thanks for being back here. Ralph, nice to have you. Scott and Trent Velasco. So those are some of the things that I would be taking into consideration right now in business. I'm just going to put my iPad into the game here, but it's going to bring a little bit of creativity here. I'm going to kill my audio so that I'm out there, and I'm just going to be able to share my screen. So you're going to see my screen come up. You're seeing two John Logars on the screen, but you're going to see my screen come up in a moment. Awesome. And we're going to get a new page here. So you should be able to see my screen. I'm at the top of the screen. Just type any questions, any takeaways so far. This is the idea offer I had, help people with their communication crisis plan and stay relevant, keep their clients engaged until they reopen their doors. Your thoughts, how would you sell this? Peter, I will share with you in a moment how you actually sell that idea. Anybody, any takeaways so far? Anything that's been an aha? If you want to type in the chat, just let me know. Just type 1 if you can still hear me and you're still seeing me. Just type 1 if you can still hear me and you're still seeing me. Awesome. So any takeaways from what I've just shared so far? Any takeaways from what I've just shared? Just type it in the chat. I just want to see what we're doing in the chat. The mini skip business. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that we're going to get rid of our garbage? Yes. There is tremendous opportunity. Yes, there is, Kristen, and we need to get focused on taking action to take advantage of tremendous opportunities. There's always opportunity in any environment. Yes, there are. Remember, there is a polarizing effect that's happening right now. If you think of if there is light and shade, right? So where there is a bust, okay, we are moving to a boom. And there's going to be a mini boom. There's going to be a mini boom that's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 months. Because we are going to get back to work, right? People are going to go back to work. Those that have jobs, right, will go back to work, yeah? So they are going to spend money. Howard, what are you doing to position yourself when this ends? This may not end for a few years. In fact, we're looking at pacing this out, and I'm talking to people who are in the business market right now. We're looking at strategy leading towards this over the next 3 years and being dynamic. What I'm going to see, what I do believe is going to happen is that people are going to get back to work and they're going to start spending money. There's going to be a lot of stimulus to spend cash. There's going to be a lot of incentives. There's going to be a lot of offers. A lot of businesses are going to be are pretty much going bust right now. There's a lot of people that are out of the market, which means all those businesses are leaving a gap. My question to all those businesses that have shut their doors in the interim my question is, what are you doing to let people know right now that you're in business when we open the doors again? What strategy do you have in place to put this into place? Chris Lacey, the VC thing confirms what I was hearing on a webinar yesterday. The VCs are telling many of their startups that they are funded and supporting them. Absolutely. VC, the company I was talking to today, $3 billion, they've got a $3 billion checkbook and they want to write lots of checks. That was not actually a question for you. Just wanted to liked about posting this to new business. Yes, you want to be posting this to new business, but people like it. Our process right now is where the sweet spot is what are you doing in the next 2 to 3 months to let people know you're in business. So the number one question that I need to ask you is what problem are you solving? Right now. That's playing up with me. What problem are you solving right now is the question that you need to be answering, right? And that problem could be a big problem, could be a small problem, but it's something that people need to solve right now. So think about right now, people need their financial planners. Their financial planners right now are critical because people need to look at minimizing their risk. They need to manage their money. Financial planners right now who are not looking after their customers are going to lose those clients. Back in 2008, when the market crashed, financial planners, because they stuck their head in their sand, and they did not communicate with their existing customers about their strategy or their plan moving forward out of this, they lost a ton of business. Now, right now, one of my consulting champions just signed up a financial planner for an $80,000 deal to do email marketing and to let people know that these are your options to make sure that you're managing your risk and making sure that you're still going to be financially viable and safe in the coming years to come. And that financial planner, they're the ones getting the phone calls, right? But remember, in the last financial crisis, most financial planners lost a ton of business. And the reason why is because they panicked. And they stuck their head in the sand. And because they panicked, their clients panicked. And when their clients panicked, they voted with their wallets. They were looking for people who had direction, leadership, and vision to be able to help them through this crisis. If I look at my in-laws, who have a great financial planner who's been very proactive, sat there and said, listen, right now we've actually invested in cash reserves and cash areas. We've minimized any risk in the portfolio for investing in shares. But for right now, if nothing changes, if everything stays the same as it is today in this crisis, you are more than comfortable from a lifestyle point of view for the next 2 years. What a great financial planner that is. I'd like to hire that guy. Right, so they're safe for the next 2 years. So if anything happens, if anything gets worse, or anything horrible happens, they are safe financially they can keep the same lifestyle and the same income level for the next 2 years solid. That's incredible. That's a good financial planner, right? So right now, the financial planning industry need to let people know that they've got ideas, need to let people know that they can manage their risk, need to let people know that they have products that are going to support them, and the message that they've got to go out to the marketplace for them in the Maslow hierarchy of needs. The problem they're solving is safety and security, financial safety and security. That's massive upswing. If anybody is in the financial space, let me tell you, the money is on the floor right now. Big market. How are you helping your clients stay safe? How are you helping prospective customers to know that you've got a plan for them to help them stay safe? How are you letting people know that you're open or your doors are open, that you're maximizing their opportunity to grow in the marketplace? Those are the things that you want to be mindful of that you're putting out there into the market, if that makes sense, right? So the question is, right now, if you can type, if you're listening to this or watching this, what is the problem that you're solving with the businesses that you're going out to the market with? Like, if you think that you want to start out, if you've got some skills and you're starting out, what problem are you solving? Think about the businesses. So the number one thing is you've got to have an offer, right? That's the number one thing. You've got to have an offer, and that offer has to be flexible to where the market's at right now. And so remember, we are on the hierarchy of Maslow. We are thinking, right, right now, safety, so personal health, right? Personal health, food, shelter, basic stuff, right? Personal health is important, right? Number two, security. So how are we helping to solve the security problem? Security is income, business, employment, financial management, responsibility, being safe, right? In terms of where we're at. So security is the number two. And the number three one that we're all doing right now, we need to do more of, is belonging, connection, right? Belonging, connection is where we're at. So we have here self-esteem. Nobody cares about their self-esteem at the moment. And we have actualization as the two hierarchy. These two areas, not important. Right now, in the scheme of things, from a business point of view, right now, these things here, these things are important, right? These things here are important, right? What are we doing? How are we solving the problem of belonging, connection, staying connected? How are we solving the problem of security, keeping employed, being employed and growing? How are we solving personal health and personal issues? And your customers also are thinking at this level as well. So their message has to change. Their marketing message has to change. Our marketing message has to change, right? We can't go in there and say, let's get you more leads, because nobody's interested in more leads. Right now, my doors are open. I don't know what to do with them, right? I haven't got any staff. I've laid them off or I've sent them home. So I don't know how to handle it. Right now, I'm in inertia, right? So they're not looking for leads, but they need to sit there and say, well, you need money and you need income and you need to keep those staff employed. You need to let people know you're still open, right? That's the number one thing that you're doing. I'm noticing here, I'm self-isolating right here. And last night, I wanted, one of the things that I'm mindful of that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put as much money as I can back into the local economy, right? So if I can go out once a day and go and grab a cup of coffee and I'm helping, and a sandwich or something, that I'm helping the local coffee shop stay in business in their takeout. If I can, last night I had takeout, and there was a few restaurants that were still open that were delivering great food for takeout. So I would go there and support as much as I can. I'm mindful that I want to keep the money rolling in my local economy, and I am thanking and acknowledge. In fact, there's a seafood place that I love where I'm at right now, and their business has been decimated. They're still open and they're still serving their community, and their loyal customers are coming to them. And I went and bought some dinner, and they make amazing. Their fish is always fresh and they cook it beautifully. And I went out and I bought a 6-pack of beer and say, listen, I know it's a tough night. I just want to say thank you for staying open. We want to encourage funding and finance in our local communities. Don't think of where you can spend money that will support small businesses, because the small businesses are the backbone of our economy right now, right? But I'm also mindful that at the end of the day, we need to, where am I in the world? Right now, JB says we've been doing that too. So right now I'm here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm on the east coast of Australia in Surfers Paradise. That's where I am right now. So I'm just hanging out by the beach. There's even a few people still walking on the beach, not doing some self-isolation very well, but they are doing distancing or self-distancing, which is cool. But that takes me off track. To JB, thanks, mate. I feel my wings have been clipped, right? My travel wings have been clipped. I've been traveling for 5 years on a plane every 5 to 10 days on an international flight somewhere, and my wings have been clipped. The airlines have cancelled flying. So getting back to what I was saying, your messaging needs to meet where the market is at. And the market right now is in a space of, they're in the space of, from businesses, it's security. Got to keep the doors open, got to keep people employed, got to keep making money and bringing money in. So the responsibility of a business, and this is a responsibility of you, freelancers and people who are getting started, the number one responsibility right now is you need to make sure that existing clients, right, do two things. Existing clients stay with you, right? And they keep paying. They stay and pay, right? Now, for businesses out there who have customer bases, they also need to do the same thing. So how are we helping clients stay and pay? What are the strategies that we can use to communicate? We need to think of reignition campaigns. We need to think of creative offers to our customers. We need to let our customers know that we are still open for business. How are you doing that? Email marketing, building up automation funnels, voice drop text messaging. You can use software to do that right now. You can set up voice drops to let customers know about how you're helping people. What are your plans to help with people with the product? How is their product helping to solve those problems of the Maslow's hierarchy of where we are at right now? So number one, existing clients, businesses need to focus on what's your strategy right now to keep your clients staying and keep your clients paying. Like the seafood restaurant the other day that I went to the other night that I like going to, they said our loyal customers are still supporting us. They're still coming in and getting takeout from us. Isn't that interesting, right? So I asked him, what are you doing for your loyal customers? He said, well, we're doing, we've got, for those people who are loyal customers, they're giving them a 20% coronavirus discount, right, to thank them for coming to their store and buying food from their restaurant. How cool is that? Right, and they said, look, if you want to, like here I am, I'm letting a whole bunch of people know, what my seafood restaurant or the seafood restaurant is. It's the seafood market on Shepard Island, if those who are interested. But their doors are still open every night of the week, 7 days a week, and they're helping people with their dinner, and they're providing people with a 20% incentive to come and buy, so they can save a bit of money while they're getting great quality seafood for their clients. Right, so they are staying in business and they're keeping people paying. That's the key. The second thing is acquiring. What are you doing right now, right, for acquisition? I need to go back to my spelling school here. Let me just do that properly. What are you doing right now to acquire customers? Right? What are you doing? Right? Yep. All right. What are you doing? Big question mark, to acquire customers. So how are you letting people know? How are you letting people know you're open? Open. How are you letting people know that you're open right now? Right? What offers are you, what creative offers are you putting out there? Right? Okay. All right. What channels are you using? These are all questions, right, that you can ask business owners. What channels right now? Okay. Facebook, Google Ads, right? LinkedIn, Instagram, posting content, posting offers through content, right? How are you branding right now? What's your message to the market? Right? Most businesses have not thought about these things that I'm sharing with you, right? Branding, message, right? And again, we need to be offering people. We need to let them know. Now, there's two schools of thought here, right? Well, it's not a school of thought. This is exactly what's happening, right? We can either do so right now, for the same investment in your services, right? You have to offer more. Right, for the same money, same money, right? You need to offer more as an incentive, or what are you doing the same for less, right? So one of the things that we've been doing is creating a crisis open for business strategy, right? We're calling it the crisis open for business plan, right? That's what we're calling it, right? And we're going to our market, our niche, and saying, listen, things have changed. You had to close your location. You're having to communicate remotely. You're going to have to find a creative way of generating finance. You know, some of the people we're talking to, they didn't know how to take a credit card online. They didn't know how to use things like Zoom. They didn't know how. So we create a crisis package for them, and we gave, you know, this is what you need to do. This is how you use Zoom. This is how you take credit card. And this is how you take merchant. But we need to now market to let people know that you're available to do that online. So we gave them the mechanics of it, but we're charging them a $3,000 a month management fee for the next 3 months, $9,000 management fee, and we need a minimum of $1,000 a month to $1,500 a month to run ads. So we're giving them a short management package that we put out to solve their current problem. Communicate more effectively and directly and take payment online. We give you those tools. So we literally give them how to do that and the instructions how to do that. That took us 2 hours. 2 hours to go, this is how you do a Zoom link. This is how you give a link to your customer. This is how we put a payment link, or we can put a payment link where people can pay you online. So here's how we've set that up. We can automatically set that up for you. We gave that away for free. But then, well, that's really good that you've got these tools, but now we've got to let people know that they can engage with you like this. So we've got to run campaigns, retargeting, and direct access to patients in the marketplace. So some people have gone, that's a great idea, let's do that, right? A whole bunch of people jumped on so what's the package worth? The package is worth $12,000 for the next 3 months, $4,000 a month, right? We had a whole bunch of people take advantage and say, look, this is what we're doing. If this is you and you're interested in taking advantage of this, let us know, because we can't do this for everybody, but we're trying to do it for as many people as possible. So if you want in, you want in. So we went in, we explained what it is, we did a little webinar, we explained what the package was, we explained what the fee was, we explained what we're going to do with the campaign, and we sat there and said, great, if you're in, here's the link, buy now, right? And we had a whole bunch of clients just buy that package. We put that package up in less than 6 hours. We put that offer up in less than 6 hours, right? We still run ad campaigns like we would normally run ad campaigns. We still do all the things we normally do, but what we did was we just compressed it into a little package. At the end of 3 months, who knows? We'll see what happens. And we're going to bring stage 2 of the crisis package, right? There'll be a stage 2 and a stage 3, and those clients, will keep those clients' doors open. We'll keep those clients in business, and we'll keep those clients growing, right? So what can you do the same for less, right? So instead of doing 12-month programs, we're going to do a 3-month offer. Take advantage of this right now, right? We're offering to people who want to pause this package. And listen, if you want to pause, do this instead, right? So let's go for the next 3 months. So we had a whole bunch of people who wanted to pause. We said, hey, okay, let's do this. So I decided to do this because the alternative is to do nothing, right? What was the alternative? Sit there, twiddle your thumb, cry, get stressed, get overworked, right? All that sort of stuff. That's the alternative. Is that's where you want to be? Or are you looking for people who've got ideas? Are you looking for people who've got plans? Have you got looking for people, right, that will help you through this process? Can we work together? Can we partner together to help you through this process? And what we've done is we've aligned our process and our messaging and our package to help you in this time, right, in this incentive. Danielle Narnica, one of our consulting champions, generated a client, a high 5-figure customer, big money, right, where they were sitting going, I don't know what we're going to do. And Danielle said, listen, if we can, I've got an idea, I've got a plan. Let's look at where the gaps are. Let's look at where the problems are. We need to fix those problems right now. And she sold an email marketing package for the client for $36,000, right? So, now this isn't a not-for-profit sector. This is an area that is struggling right now, right? So there's plenty of money out there to be had in the marketplace, right? So one of the things is, what problem are you solving? I'd love to know what problem you think you're solving for people in the marketplace. So you want to just type in chat, what problem are you helping people with, in the market, right? Andrew, Bill, Brandon, what problem are you solving out there in the market? Howard, Giovanni, James Thompson, what problem are you solving for people right now in the marketplace? I'd love to know what you're doing at that level. Yeah, what problem are you solving? Peter Smith, stay and pay. Yeah, that's a great problem to solve. In fact, that is the message. You know, there are two places that people are going to be in business right now, right? And so actually there's three. There's three places, right? There's this group, and there's this group, right? These people are out. These people are panicking and trying to these people are wait and see, right? These people are wait and see, right? And these people are planning, strategizing, and growing. So I ask people, what do you want to do? You want to be panicked, stay as you are, or wait and see what's happening? Because you're going to be out of business. You do that, you're out of business. In fact, this column here, they're just going to be out a little later. Okay? Right? They're going to be out a little later. That's what this group is in, right? So you're planning, strategizing, growing, you're panicking, you wait and see, you're going to be out a little bit later, or you're out now, right? Now, my question to a business owner is, if you're not out now, you might be panicked, but you need a solution or you need a focus. Well, what if we devise a plan for you to make sure that you are ahead of this thing when people get back to work? What if we put in a plan? Because people are looking for leadership, people are looking for optimism, people are looking for getting excited, and they're looking for ideas. They're gravitating towards people with forward momentum and energy, right? That's what they're looking for right now, right? That's what they're looking for now. So be that voice of optimism, be that voice of momentum, be that voice of strategy. Don't go to the market and say, hey, I want to bring you some leads. Go to the market and say, hey, I know you're shit scared right now and things are going crazy, but right now you've got three places to be in. You're going to either plan this through, strategize and grow right now, where there are people right now in your market that are doing that, or you're going to be sitting there trying to ride and wait and see. Well, you're going to be out of business a little bit later if you don't get your act together, or you've made a decision to quit. Right? Of the three, if you want a discussion on how you can actually do what other people are doing, that is actually implementing on strategy right now to let people know their existing clients to pay and stay, let people know that to stay and pay, to let people know that they are in business with their offers. Can we talk about an optimistic approach to making sure that you're going to take advantage of the boom that is about to come, the mini boom that is about to come over the next 2 to 3 months? Can we talk about that? I've just literally scripted an offer for you. If you go to the YouTube channel when we upload this, and you go to the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group, and you upload this, you can go back and listen to this section of our recording. Right now, I've given you the script that you can go to anybody in the market with, in any business, right, in terms of what they're doing. One thing that I encourage you to do is look for creative success in markets, right? In markets. Look for creative success right now. So go to the Googs, right? The website that everybody seems to not be able to find when they need it, Google, right? For those of you who don't know how it's spelled, GOOGLE.com or .co.uk or wherever you are in the world. But understand, you can actually type in marketing strategies working right now. Businesses that are succeeding in what niche? Just type in Google, right? Pick a niche, say financial planners succeeding in crisis, and see what people are writing, see what they're doing. Because there are people right now that are letting people know that they're doing really well. You know, most of the people, a lot of the people I talk to, a lot of people I'm working with right now, they're doing okay. In fact, some of them are doing a freaking, Simon and Tracy, who run an email marketing business, right, have had the biggest month in the history of their business right now in the middle of the coronavirus in March. Biggest month they've ever had in the history of the business. And they're looking at the revenue for next month, and that revenue is even bigger than the current month that they're looking at, right? So right now, for some crazy, strange reason, they seem to be doing really well. They're not losing clients. They're generating clients. They're proactively gating. They're advertising, promoting, reaching out to people every single day. They're in business. They're being in business. And so they are thriving in this marketplace. Where I know other people in agencies, I had just somebody that we were talking to a moment ago, they lost 16 clients in the last week. Well, that tells me something about that agency. It tells me that that agency hasn't been communicating with its customers. That's the first thing it tells me about that agency. It tells me that that agency has kind of just let things slide. They've stuck their head in the sand and they're waiting and seeing what the fallout is, because now they're sitting there bitching and moaning and crying that, oh my God, what do I do? I've just lost 16 clients. Well, you wouldn't have lost 16 clients if you actually got on the phone with all your 16 clients and said, hey, let's work together to ride out through this. Let's keep you on board. Let's figure out a strategy or a process to keep you, one, in business, and two, so he's got cash flow for his business, right? The reason why that agency is failing is because of the number one thing that most businesses are failing at right now, and that is communicating with your clients. The biggest value that you can bring to any business right now is over communicating. And the one thing that you want to be talking to business owners is, how are you over communicating to your market? Because the ones that are over communicating are the ones that are thriving and growing. If you're not over communicating and you're seeing a downturn, guess what? Wake up call. We need to build some systems to regularly communicate, to engage, to provide offers that are relevant to our marketplace. That's what we need to be doing right now, right? So on the one hand, I've got agencies that are freaking crushing it. And on the other hand, I'm hearing about agencies that are going out the window. And what that means to me is there's a huge open gap and door in the market for people like us right now, because people are looking for you to help them out of this bullshit that we're going through right now. So there is tons of opportunity in this market right now, today, that we can go to, but we've got to look at our offer, we've got to look at our messaging that we're growing or that we're putting out to the marketplace. Those are the things. So again, I go back to what problem he is solving. Peter says he's solving the stay and pay problem, right? So how are you doing that? What is, think of the business that you're going to go to, and how is the impact of not staying and paying having an impact? How can we actually put a bottle cap on that so that they don't lose anymore, and maybe they've got an opportunity to gain more as well? What I'd be doing is I'd be sitting there surveying clients and saying, hey, look, we want to, first of all, thank you for being a customer. Second of all, we want to look at ways of perhaps being able to serve you better, perhaps provide you with better options. If there's something that you feel that we could do for you right now, let us know what that might be, so they're actually getting feedback on where the client is at, so they can change their messaging. And the third thing is, if you're giving us feedback, we want to thank you. Here's a 25% incentive for you to take advantage. We'll call it the the COVID-19 offer, or the Corona crazy offer. You can use the circumstances. You can have a bit of fun with this. But hey, if you need something, we want to give, because you've been a great customer, let's give you a 25% bump to use. We're going to open our doors just to our customers to take advantage of this offer. So two things. Hey, we want to help you. We're still in business. We're letting you know. Number two, we'd love to know how we can help you. What can we do better? What are the things that perhaps you're looking for that we can support you with? Number three, because you've taken the time to give us this feedback, we want to give you some cash towards buying some of that product or service so that you can save some money in this time. Three things. That's the stay and pay right there. There's a strategy. Anybody doing email marketing, that's your strategy right there. Really simple, right? In terms of acquiring customers right now, we all have lists, right? We all have lists, right? In terms of, we've got prospect lists, we've got LinkedIn lists, we've got freaking social media lists. We all have lists right now. One of the things that I would encourage you all to do is, instead of joining internet marketer groups, don't do that, right? Internet marketers have no idea how to run a business. They know how to do online and sell a product, and they're really good at copy and doing that sort of stuff, but they have no idea how to run a proper real business. And right now, brick and mortar businesses need you more than ever. They're the ones that are having to transition to virtual. They're the ones that are having to transition to having their team work from home. They're the ones that are trying to find a way to be able to communicate and manage their projects in a remote environment. They're the ones that need training and education to manage in a world of change. They're the ones that are in the opportunity, not freaking internet marketers, right? Now, not to say, I have some great friends who are internet marketers. It's okay to be friends with them, but you don't have to listen to their horse shit right now, right? Because a lot of internet marketers are just peddling the same shit, right? So you don't need to do that. What you want to do is join Facebook groups, business Facebook groups in cities. The Melbourne Entrepreneurs, the Melbourne Business Group, the Melbourne Chamber of Commerce Business Group, the Sydney, the LA, the New York. Join the business groups, because let me tell you, there's lots of businesses in there that need help, and you can actually share this very message that I'm sharing with you. You can say, hey, what are you thinking? I'd love to know what you're thinking about these sorts of things. Hey, two most important things: have people stay, have people pay. What are you doing in light of that? Number two, what are you doing to acquire? How can you re-engage people and this is your engagement strategy that I'm encouraging you to do. Go to all your lists and say, you can ask this question. You can say, hey, right now we're devising a plan for the mini boom that's about to happen. If you'd like to know what we're devising, let's get on the phone and have a quick chat. We can only help a certain number of people, but we are right now taking advantage of the mini boom that is about to happen when people get back to work. There's a message, right? There's an offer. So you go to the market. Love to know what you're thinking about. Are you panicking? Are you out? Or are you looking to thrive in this opportunity in this market? Are you looking for ways? Because I'm talking to businesses with those ideas. Can we get on the phone? Can we have a chat? Your number one priority right now is get people on the phone and have a chat. Get people on the Zooms and have a chat, right? The second thing, so right now, that is an offer that you can make, right? If you have a package to help people in this time that supports the problem they're having, articulate the problem, So one of the things that I want to make sure that you're doing is you cannot go in Pollyanna and say, hey, opportunity, buzz, you can't do that, right? You have to meet people where their reality is right now. So you have to acknowledge that, hey, times are scary right now, times are uncertain, and there's a lot of ambiguity, there's a lot of things going on. But one thing that I do know is people looking for optimism, they're looking for leadership, and they're looking for ideas to move through this and beyond this. And so I'm talking to businesses with ideas right now to take advantage of the mini boom that's coming, right? Right now. And more importantly, I'm just talking to business owners who actually want to stay in business. So if we can have a conversation, maybe we can help each other out. Maybe we can help each other out. But I've got some ideas and I've got some plans that are going to solve some of the problems and the challenges and the frustrations you might be experiencing right now. So let's talk, right? That's a really easy message to put out there. I'd be putting out that message 15 to 20 people at a time every day. So daily cadence. 15 to 20 contacts per day, 15 to 20 contacts per day with the message that I've just articulated, right? Second thing that I've been doing is any past person that you've had a quote with. One of my consulting champions went back to quotes that were over 18 months. So people they pitched to 18 months ago that didn't buy, up to 18 months ago. They had 3 clients that they pitched over a year ago that have gone, you know what, we've got to get our act together. We need to get online. Let's talk. We've got to talk and we've got to do something. I've got another consulting champion. This was a classic. They had a client that always said, yeah, we're going to get going. We're going to get going. We've got to do this, right? But they've never pulled the trigger. They never pull the trigger. So this was the approach with that person who never pulled the trigger. So listen, they're saying, yeah, we need to do something. So this was what her approach was. Hey, I'm not interested in talking about what you need to do. I'm only interested in talking about if you're ready to do it, right? Because talking about it isn't going to help you, and there's no point in wasting your time talking about the idea. I'm talking about the action. I'm talking about putting a plan in place. I'm talking about pulling the trigger and going. If you're interested in doing that with us, then let's talk. If you're not interested, if you think this is an idea fest and a chit chat, then look, I wish you all the very best of luck. There's no way we can help you if we can't actually action the plan, right? So if you're interested, let me know. That person was on the phone within 5 seconds saying, no, I get it. Yes, I know, we need to do this now. That turned into an $8,000 deposit, right? And a $6,000 a month agreement, signed agreement yesterday. $8,000 cash in the bank account and $6,000 a month for email marketing for a financial planner, right? In the financial planning market. And now they're not even in the financial planning niche. They're in the education and training space, right? But here's the thing. Sometimes we can pivot. She knows that the ideas and the strategies that she has for the training space, she can cross-pollinate into education in the financial planning space to generate and engage leads, right? So interesting in terms of opportunity. Love to answer a question. Love to get your feedback. Peter Smith, don't forget, this is the idea offer I had. Help people with their communication crisis plan to stay relevant, keep their clients engaged until they reopen their doors. Yes, you're asking me the question, how would I sell this plan? You've just answered your own question, Peter. Make that offer. Hey, re-engage your customers. Make sure you're having them stay. Make sure they're coming to the market. Right now, we have a strategy to be able to help you accelerate that process, but more importantly, to just keep you in business, to stay in business, and to thrive in the current boom. There's your offer. That's how I would sell it. Chris says, is the data analytics even important for the next 2 to 3 months, or most businesses needs too basic even for that in the present? Now, data analytics, if you're running ad campaigns, we're using data. Now, by the way, ad spends or the ad bids are dropping right now in Facebook. They're going crazy, right? Yes, you should do Facebook ads, Peter. spruiking the message, right? That message of let's fix this problem right now that you're having. Let's keep you in business. That's the message that you want to be spruiking right now. And I'd be doing a couple of split tests on different imagery that you're using in your campaign. To answer that question, yeah, data analytics is really important. One of the things is most people have been doing conversion wrong, right? What you want to do is be able to measure conversion. So if you want to measure conversion, what are you going to do? You're going to switch on call tracking, right? Right now, we are not going to be running any campaigns that you can't see a direct ROI on. We are only running direct ROI campaigns. And the best way that we can do that is to put in an accountability structure. We're going to run call tracking. That's going to give you data on how proactive and how reactive your salespeople are. You're going to focus on conversion. So yes, data analytics is important, but the data is not the message. It's the implication of how that data is going to work for you, right? So I don't know if that answers your question. So yes, any other questions? I'm happy to. So I'd love to know, because we've covered a lot of ground here, and we're going to be here tomorrow as well. But I'm recording, like I said. One thing I'd just love to know what you picked up from today that you can use. Can I use the same strategy for AdWords right now? Absolutely, Jay. You can use exactly the same strategy for AdWords. Absolutely, right? How are you, like right now, that is the most powerful computer on the planet. Guess what we're sitting on 24/7? We're sleeping with this thing right now. So what are we looking for? When we do business searches, we're looking in Google. We're not looking in Facebook for business searches. We're looking in Google Ads. This is a very powerful campaign right now. Absolutely. An optimized Google AdWords campaign, direct to an offer landing page, call tracking on get the phones ringing. What businesses need the phones ringing right now? What businesses can handle business from a call opportunity as opposed to physically measuring quotes and stuff like that, right? There's certainly businesses that do that right now. So anything else? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Let me help you here. Remember, there's in the chat. If you can still hear me and you're still here, just type 1 in the chat. I just want to know. If you like, thank you, James. Appreciate that. Type 2 if this has been helpful. Type 2 if you like the stuff that I've been talking about and you want to see more of this stuff. JP 2222 Scott 22, yeah. Just type in the button number 2 plus. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yes, there will be a recording, Jay. I'm going to place this on the Consulting Unleashed YouTube channel, and I'm going to place this in the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group. So if you're not a member of the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group, go over there, join. I will put you into the group so you don't miss on these videos. And if you want to go to the Consulting Unleashed YouTube channel, you will see these videos popping up in the YouTube channel, so you can do this. The one thing, I just want to ask everybody here a favor. If you know anybody that should be in on these training sessions, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you know anybody that needs to be in on this, can you let them know that I'm doing this, that I'm trying to help people here? I'm not making any offers. I'm not selling anything. Your credit cards are safe. I'm just trying to help as many people who are in this space who want to take advantage of the opportunities. Can I ask you a very small favor to share the Facebook post, to share the YouTube channel, to let people know, and to let people know if you are getting this link, if you can share this link with people to hop on this daily training. It is going to be the same time every day that I'm doing this. I'm going to be doing this as a series over the coming 10 days. If you can share, please do share. As I said, I'm really, for me, because the opportunity, the gap is so wide right now in terms of what's coming to us. There are more people that are going to be coming into our space. There are more people that need training. There's more people that need to invest in reskilling and upskilling. There are so many different opportunities that I want to be able to at least help people navigate their way through. But the most important thing that I want to be able to help you with, because if you're in business, right now, you being business means you're driving the economy. Right now, you acquiring customers and getting cash flow means that you're going to be driving the economy. I want to help as many people as possible drive the economy. We need you. We need that help. So if you know anybody in business, in an agency, and you feel that they can benefit from the ideas and the tactics, please share the link for this call that's happening every day. Please share the YouTube channel, and please share or jump in or let people know about the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group, because I am going to be continuing to provide as much opportunity as possible. Anything that I'm doing with my champions, coming and discovering new ideas. I'm talking to people every single day from around the world who are solving these big business problems out there. And at the end of the day, I want to help as many people be in business, stay in business, and thrive through this opportunity. Because let me tell you, what's coming is huge. The next 2 to 3 years, if we are smart in this community, we can literally set ourselves to dominate within virtual markets. We can set ourselves up with new business opportunities, new business ideas that can pollinate on a massive scale in the market. So if I can ask you to do, if you are benefiting, if you think this is great, if I can ask you to do just one thing, I just share the link that you came in on. Tell people to jump in on the YouTube channel to subscribe, because I'll let them. I'll be updating that pretty much daily with these videos, and get them to join the Unleashed business group, or the Consulting Unleashed group, and then I will make sure that we get as many people as much help as possible. Because at the end of the day, it's us businesses. We are the brain surgeons right now. I don't know if you realize this, but we are the brain surgeons, because we know we already work remote. So we are comfortable with this environment. We already know how to use the internet. We already know how to do AdWords and Facebook and take advantage. We know a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. And those people need your help and need your information. And so what I want to do is I'm going to be sharing on this call, by the way. I've shared 3 different campaigns that you can write to go out to the marketplace. All right. So those are the things you want to do. I'm going to be bringing some pretty cool friends in on this. I'm going to be sharing some of the tactical things. I just spoke to Anthony Robbins' global head of sales. He's one of the best salespeople in the world. He's been sharing some amazing ideas on conversion. I'm going to be bringing that into these conversations. But as I said, if you feel that this has been helpful, I want to try and help as many people as possible. As I said, your credit card is safe. You cannot buy anything. I am not giving you a money offer in these series. I just want to make sure that as many of us in small business stay in small business in this marketplace. So I want to thank you for being on this call. I really appreciate that. I hope this has been great. I'd love to get some feedback of your application or implementation of these ideas. Please jump back in, because I'm going to ask you to share. I know a few of you have been on a few of these calls, but we do have a number of people who are going to be coming in on this. It's going to get a little bit bigger. But again, I really want to thank you. I want to make sure that you all stay safe. I want to make sure that you are being kind to your family and your friends. Do please self-isolate as much as possible, or distance yourself as much as possible. Make sure that you're exercising. Make sure that you're sleeping. Make sure that you are being the voice of reason and positive optimism. Don't watch the news feeds all day. Just watch it once a day, just to keep an update. Preferably, probably the evening news is going to give you an update of the whole day's stuff to let you know where you're at and what's going on. And then you don't need to watch it for the rest of the day in the morning, because it's only going to repeat what they did the first day. And all you're going to do is create anxiety and stress if you keep watching the news. So stop doing that. Anybody that's posting unhelpful and unsupportive stuff on your Facebook feeds, conspiracy, panic, fear, anybody that's doing that in your posts, the question I would ask you to ask them is, how is this helping? How are you helping people? And how are you helping yourself by sharing this information? Because this is telling people a lot about who you are and the type of person you are, and I don't want to be associated with people who are spreading fear. So I'm going to remove you from my connections. Thanks for coming by. I'm probably removing 5 or 6 people who are in the whole panic. Oh my God, the world's exploding. Hey, we're still here, right? And we will all come out of this way better off in the future. Those that are planning, focusing, and doing these types of things and hanging out here with people like me, you are going to make it through this. My champions are keeping their people employed. They're keeping the business rolling, and they're generating clients on a consistent basis in a time of panic right now. So that means there is a ton of opportunity with you in the marketplace as well. So I want to thank you for being here. Like I said, keep safe. Keep very optimistic, because people are looking to connect with optimistic people, and I'd love to see you back here tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. I'll actually make sure we organize that link. Some people are saying, hey, they had trouble getting in on the link. I'll actually repost the actual link to get in here, so you can get into here. So we're making sure we do that. Thanks for being here. If you've got any feedback, love to see your feedbacks in the Facebook group at Consulting Unleashed, the Consulting Unleashed group. Love to see your feedback on the YouTube channel at Consulting Unleashed as well. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you're actually applying some of these ideas. Love to get your feedback on those people who are putting this out there. So this is awesome. Take care, everybody.